Now that I've got this dude, I keep forgetting that I've got him. And then I keep going to attack him. It's kind of mildly amusing. You, mate, up the back there. Shouldn't have to worry about lightning. I should probably... Oh, hello. It's mine friend. The spectral hit. That's fine. There's only one of you. And then there's a dude up the back. You might be able to set on fire. There we go. I probably can't. No. Even if I was to move this shit over, I would still have to go back. So that's fine. I know I'm right next to the thing, but this will do fine, you know. Let me go up to Kane. The hell is that noise? Sounded like fireworks for a second there, and I'm like, is that in game or is this in here? But I think it's how the specific cicadas and fucking bugs and shit in this game. Not that. For the love of God, do not drop that on the ground. I don't need Kane to lecture me again about how that fucking thing works. Because I keep picking it up and I keep accidentally fucking dropping it. And therefore, Kane wants to tell me about how the cube works. And I'm like, mate, I know. Don't stress, you know? I would like to get my girl some better gear. But, yeah. We'll see how we go. Bone shield. And there's a belt over here. Alright, well, same kind of thing. We've got to clear out everything. There will be a couple of dungeony thingies in this area. I'm pretty sure that one's empty. There should be... I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a underground like spider temple type thing, you know? More cubes would be nice. Was that? But it's never the case. I don't know. I don't feel the need to have more because like the cube itself takes up 4. If you consider that originally, I'm pretty sure the cube internally was only about like a 6 or something, I think. I can't remember if it was like up or sideways. I feel like it was only like a fucking 6 or some shit. And so it really only gave you a couple of extra spaces. I think this has been increased. I don't fucking remember because it's been a hot minute. But yeah, I don't see it as being super beneficial because like I used to hold on to a lot of charms and stuff, you know. You come back here, I'll set you on fire. There we go. Run tower for some runes, make better gear with that. Nope. If you're talking to me, no. When I was 13, I was aware that runes existed, but I was not aware of any rune words yet, because I wasn't exactly trolling the forums at 13 years old, and not till about 15. And like back then, we were on dial-up internet and stuff, so yeah, unless somebody decided to post a column in our local paper that happened to like have information and stuff, you figured it out on your own or you didn't know kind of thing. So yeah, I didn't know, so I can't use any rune words. And because of the nature of the playthrough, no, I can't do like runs and shit, and I can't like rerun areas and stuff. I see you up there, mate. I saw you fucking walking around. Where'd you go? I saw him up here for like just a fucking second and then he disappeared. So yeah, when I spawn into an area, hold on, where's my map? When I spawn in, like we came in from the waypoint tonight, which meant that I had to re-clear this entire area, kill everything, loot everything, sell everything, before I could come into this area. Now that that's clear, I don't have to start from there because I have this waypoint. So if my game were to crash or if I was to quit out for whatever reason, coming back in, I would be starting from this waypoint and I would have to re-clear anything in here. Any dungeons that I do, once they're cleared, they become optional to re-clear if it's still within the area that I have to re-clear. So if this area had a dungeon in it and I'd already done it, I could choose to do it again or not. That's up to me if I want to or not. But this area, since I haven't cleared it yet at all, I will have to do the dungeons because it's part of the clearing area and stuff. So the way I'm doing it is not how you play Diablo, but it's how I played Diablo when I was like 12 and 13 and stuff. So as I'm recreating the characters that I had when I was 12 and 13, back when the original game came out, I will be doing everything that I did back then and stuff. Obviously, to a degree, I can't have the exact one-to-one character because, you know, I'm not going to get the exact same gear. I'm not going to find the exact same charms and stuff like that. But I can spec her the same, and I can give her skill tree the same, and I can use the same attacks at the same times and the same ways, use my belt the same. I can, like, do much of what I did already. As for the previous playthrough we did, I spent about a little over a year doing that playthrough last year, and it's all typed up. It's on the bottom of my YouTube descriptions and stuff, and it's about 16 pages long. So if anybody wants to have a try of that, go for it. But it is very specific, and any form of cheesing it will like not be an accurate actual playthrough of that. So yeah, I don't expect anybody to do it, and I don't expect anybody to actually be able to do it either. So yeah, but I enjoy these characters. They're terrible on purpose, and that's what I love about them, because it makes it so fun. Like, Tabby Cat's reasonably strong. Kelly was not. My Amazon Kelly, she was fucking weak as. She was also woefully underleveled for the areas. So when we fought Baal in Hell, it was something. I barely scraped through that one. It took hours to defeat him. So yeah, that was epically fun. It was kind of like draining and stuff. I'll come down to these later. I just want to get them on the map if I can, you know. How you doing, Imuni? What are you up to? Is it spiky shield? She does have a couple of spiky shields. Hold on. She's got this one. And then she's got a, hold on, I just zoomed out. And she's got a bone shield and stuff. Like later I'll have to get her like it's a mask type thing. So that she can give that her name and her wand and stuff. Later on she'll put a name on like a wand and shit, and those have got to stay in her inventory forever, so they'll take up the 1 page of stash that she has, which will make it even harder for us to keep spare gear and any health stuff or whatever we might need for it. So yeah, that'd be interesting, because hers is a mask and like a wand or a staff or something, right? Whereas Kelly's was a bow and where's the fuck else I had on there? I know she had a bow, a mace, and I think a helm was hers. So yeah, it's a bit. I see it can be fun to do challenges. Well, I don't really see these as challenges, honestly. This is just me enjoying like recreating the characters in Resurrected. I understand, like everyone else, it's probably like viewed as a challenge and stuff, but it's just me literally just playing the characters as I did when I was like a teenager and shit, you know, which was back when like there was a lot more unknown and it was just fun. Like back when you used to get the manual that came with the book, and the manual you'd have to read it and kind of like roughly figure out like what was useful for your character, and then when you played the game you'd eventually like forget this shit and, you know, only apply like some stuff or the wrong stuff, or, you know, accidentally click on fucking a car and shit, like reset your shit, or, you know, all this kind of crap. Yeah, it was good shit. Eventually I'll get my character a bit better gear, but it's fine. I'm in no rush for that, and I don't have to wait until this fills up, so it'd be nice this time, you know. Nice. Way to go on the stream streak. Is it whoosh bosh wish? What? I can hear somebody over here, but I'm thinking that there might be in and around the temple kind of thing. I'll go in the temples pretty much last. There should be a couple of sewers or some shit in here as well that I'll have to also clear out. But I don't mind going down those things, but they normally get me dead. So we'll see how we go. I've only died once with Tabby Cat so far, and which is substantially better than with Kelly. So mind you, she's able to tank a lot of stuff a lot better than Kelly could. So that's just a matter of what they've got. I don't want to go all the way through this thing because it's going to take me really far off to the side. We'll keep going down. I'm good, about to lay down a little. How goes it? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm sore, mate. I'm still kind of tired, obviously, after the big event. I did spend like most of the weekend resting. I will have only 2 streams this week, and then I'll spend the rest of the week, well, I'll spend Wednesday to Wednesday resting between the 2 weeks and stuff, so I'll get lots of sleep and shit. But I'm not like sore or anything. My voice isn't back yet after like talking for like fucking, I don't know, 8 hours by 4 days and 12 hours by 1 day. So whatever the math is on that, it will come back eventually. It'll be fine. And yeah, it's kind of nice to jump into Diablo, but it's taken me like a hot second to kind of remember some of this stuff. Because yeah, it's been like, what, 3 weeks since I got a chance to play. I definitely didn't play last week. We were playing RimWorld. But then this week, I guess I have to go in this side of this. The week before that, I'm not sure if I got a chance to play it or if I had time off to rig. I can't remember. So it could have been like 3 weeks since I last played, which would make more sense for why I can't remember shit. Because normally, if it's between like a week to 2 weeks, I'm normally fine. But then if it's a couple of weeks, I kind of like forget where I'm up to and shit. So honestly, that, and I still have like really bad hand weakness from like the long week and shit. So I'm having a little bit of trouble controlling like the mouse and like hitting the keys and shit on time. So that's happening, but it's fine. My hands will warm up and we'll get into it eventually. And if not, she'll die and like whatever. So yeah, we'll get another character death if that's the case, you know. Games like this really hit different back then. I like these sort of games. Well, Diablo 2 is my favorite game. Like, I could play like this super easy forever. I did for a really long time. I played it like that for fucking decades and shit. But then, you know, I am playing on Resurrected, and it is nice to see the graphics and shit because, like, I just remember it looking like this. You know, it's kind of nice, but at the same time, like, it's also been really nice. When I played through as my Amazon, I really got a chance to kind of like pay attention again. So like much of what I kind of understood of this game, I kind of understood back when I was a kid, when I first like formed my opinion of it, right? So then playing through, I want health and that's not. Playing through as an adult and actually like paying attention, because you know, after a while you play a game for so many times and you just kind of like skip kind of thing. So anyway, that's sort of what I got to the point of doing, and I just kind of like had an idea of what the lore was and what like stuff was said and done and all that sort of stuff. And when I actually got to like watch it and listen to it and kind of like piece it all together and stuff with an adult understanding and shit, it was fascinating. Because I'm like, you know, obviously some of the shit that I had come to understand as a kid was wrong. There was some stuff I was like, oh my god, how is this in this game? You know, I don't know if that's a broken wall on this bit in the center here, or if this is, I didn't go fully into this building. I think I didn't fully go into it, but that's okay. I might not have space. I do not have space. That's fine. I'll have to go in the building next to it. Good. Hope you recover rest well. No worries. Also, if you need to go get sleep and stuff, go for it. I know you were streaming earlier and stuff. So yeah, by all means, go get some sleep. I will be here. I'll be here for my usual amount of time tonight and like tomorrow and stuff. So, you know, the 4 hours and crap. So yeah. And I have the whole rest of the week and shit to rest and recover and crap. So I'll be alright. You play so much that you start skipping. Yeah, well, I did because I used to play my original like Amazon and my Sorceress and stuff. I used to take into other people's games back on old Battle.net and shit, and I used to like go help other people play. And as a part of that, you know, you get to the point where you see the quests like so many times and stuff, and I'm like, you know, skip. I just want to go in and fight the thing so we can clear it and shit. And so yeah, I've seen it a lot. I've heard the story a lot, but I just got to a point where I kind of like did skip it, and I just never really listened to it as an adult until I started playing Resurrected, which was interesting because I'm like, some of these things I was like, is this changed because it's Resurrected? Is this how it always was? How did I not notice? Like, obviously some of it was, I didn't know a few of the specific words when I was a kid. Like the harem area in Act 2. Like, Act 2 is my favorite area of this entire game, right? This game is my favorite game of all time. But, like, I didn't even know some of, like, the, like, jokes and shit that were in here. And I'm like, oh my god, how did I not know? And it's just, I was a kid. So I didn't know, like, certain, you know, linguistic stuff, like certain dialogues and stuff. Just, I didn't know it yet. I can hear you guys. I'll come back and kill you in a second. Or my guy will, like, find you. It's one of the two. Hi, mates. Actually, hold on. Set the guy up the back on fire. There we go. I'd like him to come to me, preferably. It's different, doesn't it? It really does too, because as I said, like I see this on this graphics in my mind, right? Anybody that's like grown up with like the old pixelated graphics and stuff, we see everything like this, like high res shit, and then you go back and you look at the game and you're like, woof. And in this case, like getting to see it in like these graphics, it's some of the... Okay, so when I played through normal as my Amazon, I spent all of the I spent all of the cinematics just ogling the cinematics. I just couldn't believe I'm like, they're so beautiful. And then when I played on Nightmare, I really actually got to listen to the dialogue and actually like re-see extra stuff. Like I didn't know that Baal's like necks, like torn skin. I always just thought it was, I don't know, paint. So yeah, when I saw him in like, you know, the cinematics where like they're sieging fucking, what is it, Hogarth? I can never fucking remember the name of the fucking town. Every time I try to say it, my brain just craps out. Anyway, when you get to like Act 5 and you're like, you know, they bring all like the demons and stuff to the front gates and shit, and you see Baal for the first time, I always just thought he had like red war paint on his neck. I didn't realize that was like torn skin and shit, you know? It's wild. I might not be able to. I know that guy with the lightning's still here, but if I can hold a couple of things out of the way for a second. Mate, get out of my face. Alright, there we go. Remember Age of Empires, SimCity? Was the OG way different, lol? So I've played Age of Empires on stream, and we finished Need for Speed Underground 2 last year on stream as well. That was so fun getting to play that. I spent like 90% of my time just like driving around, smashing into walls. Like, I don't break for anything. But it was great. It was so fun. Like, anybody wants to see the cars that I made and shit, they're on like Instagram and crap. They're probably in Discord as well, but you're gonna have a really hard time finding them in there. But yeah, I play a lot of like the older games. Sometime later this year, I will be playing Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, because that was a birthday gift I received last week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. You know, so yeah, there's gonna be like, I normally do play like a mixture of like older games and stuff, but you know, I'll go back straight up. Yeah, I normally play like a bunch of like older games, but I do have like a few newer games in it. I just don't give a fuck for whatever's like, you know, the in quotes like popular games and shit that everybody's like flying into. Like, you'll probably find like when something gets released, I'm still playing whatever, because like I would rather play like whatever game and stuff that I was already planning to play than whatever is the most recent one, you know? I'll have a look at that. It's giving me a shit ton of attack rating because I think the game thinks that I just don't have attack rating. Which is probably right, I just don't give a fuck. What can I swap you out for? It needs to be something that's equivalent to attack rating, but not removing something if I can, and it has to be something that's a 3. 3 to strength. I have a few in here that I could replace. I'm not replacing that one, I'm keeping that. I traded something else for that because my tabby cat, she loved her some fucking, what do you call it? All the gold, all the extra magical shit. That's the closest one I could swap out, and it's not really swappable, so that's fine. I'll get this in the bin. Is it? Oh no, I saw that. Was it same case for me because broke? Well, that too as well a little bit, because like I also just haven't had like money freely to throw on games willy-nilly and stuff, which is part of why I've enjoyed playing the same sort of games for 20-30 years and stuff, as opposed to whatever's like, you know, the fire of the month kind of thing. But yeah, even so, I don't think I'd still chop and change, because it's like I have other shit in my life that could do with like 20 to 80 bucks worth of money, you know, as opposed to buying a new game when I have other games that I could clearly already be playing and stuff, you know. Games expensive in general. Yeah. Is this the end wall here? It kind of looks like it. I might just... Oh yeah, this is up where it is. Calm down, mate. You fucking come fight me. There's a guy in the back. I've got the wrong one on. Set you on fire and you come to me, mate. I'm not walking up there just yet. Alright, there was a shrine there. Unless he comes to me, I'm not coming to him. I've got like 2 dungeons and a sewers to go down in here. So this area back here is usually absolute fucking cancer. Honestly. I normally get dead from some double, triple fucking guy. That guy in the back. Hold on a second. You two. One of you two specials? No. So where's the special dude that normally absolutely just murders me? He's normally back here and I know he is. I just don't know where he is. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out soon enough. I probably don't have space for all of that shit. If you could chuck that in there. Yeah, this is gonna junk up my space pretty hard, isn't it? That sounded like some kind of a weapon getting dropped. Give me that. Yeah. I also love the sound effects of Diablo as well. Like, it's one of these games that just like brings me like a sense of calm. Because it's just so nice to listen to, you know? Ain't nothing of that any good. Lol. Poor dude. Or is it down here maybe? I know it's along this wall that I normally get dead. And there's normally like one of those dudes. There's normally like the tree guys. There's usually a little bit of everything gets me dead on this corner. So, what's going on in here? You guys having like a fucking communal gathering up in this place? The sewers aren't down this far, which is fine. I should be fine for this kind of group. Honestly, Tabby Cat's kind of a little bit strong. It's kind of nice. I can't see in the walls. There's a bird outside. I keep seeing my dude pop up and I keep accidentally wanting to kill him. Because, like, I'm not used to fucking seeing him. I didn't mean to open that. I don't have space. I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, games in general are kind of, like, expensive and stuff. But, like, I also haven't really seen too many games that I actually want to buy. Or, like, would tempt me to purchase them. Even if they were cheaper or whatever. You know? Like, I was looking for something that was like survival, zombie, stuff like that over the weekend and shit. Not this weekend, the previous weekend. And I'm like, you know, nothing kind of like, I don't know, interests me. I'm like, I've already got a couple of, you know, zombie survival type games. I've got 7 Days to Die and I've got Project Zomboid and shit, right? And yeah, I also need just, there we go, that little bit there. Yeah, apart from those, there's other games and stuff, but like I don't really feel like buying a whole ass new game just to see if I don't mind it, you know, or if I lose interest in it. I also don't have like a lot of, oh shit, the midge is back. I have a lot of spare time to play games as well. And that seems contradictory since, you know, I literally stream as like a living is playing games and crap. But like, yeah, outside of stream, I don't really play much in the way of games and crap. So, I want to enjoy what I play. Like this stuff, I enjoy it. I'm kind of happy to like be doing Tabby Cat's playthrough and stuff. Like I said, I just think it's kind of a little bit of bad timing. If I had have done it like straight after Kelly's playthrough, I think I would have been nearly finished by the time they added like the DLC shit and stuff, and then I wouldn't have had as much kind of like, you know, avoiding the Diablo community and shit with that, unfortunately. But is whatever. Eventually we'll finish this playthrough. I think I've got all up the top. I've just got to get a little bit down around the middle section here. There was this one building, and I don't know about that, if it's like that kind of building or if I've missed both of them. I'll go have a look in a minute. I know I've been up in here. I'm right next to you. What are you doing? Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Phoenix? What's the screaming about? You're not old. Like, you're kind of temperate. Also, for anybody that's wondering, that's my cat, Phoenix. He has beef. I can hear something else is alive in here. He has beef with the fact that it's a cold night. And the air the heater could be on. I know it is a side bit here, that's fine. The heater could be on, and it was on earlier, but it was too hot in here, so I turned it off. And he demands it to be back on, and it will be back on in like another hour or so. But it's too fucking hot in here at the moment to have it on. Okay, I've killed everything in the area except for like what's up in there, which is fine. So the sewers, I think, take me up underneath the other side anyway. I will have to go up to a corner to make sure that that guy hasn't run inwards, because otherwise I'll miss him on this edge bit here. And then I'll get to do some of those little down dungeony sort of stairway looking things. So there you are. Wrong attack. There we go. I just want you dead because I don't want to go through there. Okay, that's the last guy. So how am I for inventory? I'm mostly full up. I might go into town to empty my inventory before I start this one. I like these ones. These are neat. They just look cool, you know? Take it back to town. Oh shit. I haven't done that for a hot minute. And no, don't talk. I was like, I saw it flash up for just a second. I'm like, what are the odds it takes me down into it because of where I put it, as opposed to, you know. Guess that answers that question. So yeah, whoop, shit, fuck, give me that back. I have got a town scroll in my stash, and I might have enough space for the 2 potions. I did have more space, but I didn't want to use them up while I had the chance, you know? Chuck that in there, chuck this in here. Yeah. Alright. Now I can fight you fuckers, alright? Now that, oh, it's Pulse Tongue, it's Curse. We should be fine up against you, honestly. I don't know what your curse is supposed to be, but it's not really hurting us that badly. You, I do have to be careful with these fuckers because I kind of forget that the fire on the ground is not my own. So, there's a thing. These are normally horrifically terrible areas that get me dead super fast with these girls, but we should be okay because Tabby Cat, as I said, is stronger than Kelly was. And as far as I could tell, if I sit back for a second, I have cold resistance and I don't have lightning resistance. So I just gotta be, oh shit, fuck, hold on, we got fast ones in here. I know. There we go. We got Battle Maid Sabrina in there. I saw extra fast and there was nothing else I got a chance to read. So I am overburdened. Chuck that shit in there. Or actually, maybe throw that there. Throw that there. There we go. That's about as best we can do for space. Military pick. I might just pop. Whoa, hello. You two. Fucking back up in my face. I think they look awesome though, honestly. Like a lot of like the enemies and stuff you get in this just looks super cool. I don't know what that was that did the thing then. There doesn't appear to be. Carry anymore. Yeah, I'll probably have to go back because I don't have space for that. Alright, I'll go back. And I'll have a bit more water. I'll have to mute again because the microphone's basically on my forehead. Alright. So.
Greetings.
Hey, Kane. I gotta sell some stuff to you. Get all that shit out of my inventory. I might just use my... I'm pretty sure I have a scroll of town portal in my cube. Not my cube, in my stash. I'll go have a quick look. Because I think I have one. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Alright, and I've got one of them, which means I've now got 2 of those. Should probably just get rid of the extra mana. That way I have more space for the moment. I'll bring you guys upwards. I think they'll work a bit better. They'll give me a bit more floor space down the bottom here. But we'll have like a flail to fit in here later. Where did I put your other thing? I've got 3, don't I? Have I not got the 3rd thing? Hold on. Yeah, no, okay, we're going for the heart. That's fine. So I've got my spare weapon. I have extra of these. These can sit down here. This will be fine. And then I have my excess fucking gems, which I am trying to like move over by just a tiny bit. There we go. Not much improved, but I'll sell these fucking things. Honestly, it means I'm gonna have extra money. Just wait a second, Kane. I wasn't here to talk to you. It will mean I'll probably go back in with like extra cash. I kind of hate that, so I'll drop it off. Alright, there we go. So, I love when we like, it confused me so much the first few times we came back in and it would do like some kind of like a spiral or something. But it's so cool when you come back in and like some kind of magic goes off and it just looks epic, you know, and shit just like re-breaks and all sorts of stuff. It's so great. I think we're just going to set that whole wall on fire. I'm going to set where I'm on fire as well, because these guys were poisoning us. If I recall right, these things were bad for taking us down to like 1 hit point. I don't know if they ran out of this room, but I do suspect that they did. There's rat's nests, bolts. There you are. I wondered where you went to. I'll keep an eye on my life. I don't think he's poisoned. Oh, he got Lemmius's tomb. Fucking finally. Oh my god, I'll be able to tell you guys how far behind we are. Or how far ahead we are, sorry. Compared to Kelly. Give me this. I will... Pretty sure... Hold on, let me kick that rat's nest. I'll go back up, because this place is done. And then I'll have to go back into town to do the thing anyway. So, go back into town. No, oh my god. Leave the down dungeon thingy alone. Okie dokie. So, talk to Alcalor. Righto. I kind of need to be healed anyway, so it's fine with me. I think I gotta go back in and then come back out for him.
I have found the book. It should give all of us here some insight into the nature of the prime evils. Ah, but as for you...
Oh yeah?
May the black book bring a black day to hell.
I don't recall her saying that, but then again, I'm pretty sure this Amazon and Sorceress said different things, so it's fine. I will need to keep one of those on me. You don't do this kind of stuff, you do like the other shit. So, I do get my stats, cool. Alright, I was trying to click on my thing before. So, to fill you guys in on where my Amazon got up to, she got the tome at level 20. I am a 26 as Tabby Cat. So the difference is 6 levels, which means I had to have died like a few times as Kelly. But for this, I need it to be... I need 1 in dexterity, and I need 4 in vitality. There we go. Alright. Now I can finally mark that shit up as... I know you guys don't see this, but I'm keeping track of this shit in the background. No, I want a different color than that. Yeah, that'll do it.